Ladies, gentlemen, uncles, aunties, welcome to the Solar Surge live show. I'm Andrew Mitchell and this is my brother,
Luke Mitchell.
Good handover. So basically today we wanted to talk to you about this brand new solar sharer offer. Have you heard of this one, Luke?
Not really much about it, but I understand the concept of what they're trying to do.
It's just come out. And basically what it means, and it's New South Wales and Southeast Queensland sort of area, is that right?
Yes.
So for you guys that don't know about it, what it basically is I'll go into what I actually think about it shortly, but it's a way that I think that they're trying to give us a little bit to hit us on the back end. It's about free power with conditions. Anything in life usually free?
No, it sounds a bit gimmicky to me, but let's delve into it.
All right. So the crux of it sounds good though. Like they've made it sound pretty good. 3 hours of free power per day. So if you said to anyone, hey, you can get free power for 3 hours, the likelihood that they say, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's the condition to come with it?
Oh, exactly. That's what we're going to jump into. So it's between, I think the hours are between 11 and 2 p.m. When most people are at work. I would probably be saying this is an amazing thing if they're doing it 5 to 8. You know, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Never happened.
Never going to happen. Okay. Well, let's talk about sort of why we think this is happening. So I'm going to say why I think it's happening, and then I'd like to get your perspective on it, if that's all right. I think that it's a way that the retailers are trying to capture market share again by losing this share between the solar and the battery market. That's the main thing I think. What do you think?
I think it's just, I just think it's a gimmick, to be honest. Like as you said, everyone's at work, most people at work on that time. I'm not sold on it at all.
All right. So let's talk through the program and how it actually works in a little bit more detail. So there is fine print. Yeah. Always fine print. So the first thing is that you can only use the power between 11 and 2 p.m. Now, for you, if you have solar panels, do you need power at 11, 2 p.m.? Not really, right? So you need the power between the hours 5 p.m., through to probably 5 a.m. the next morning. So that's the first caveat. The second caveat is there is a cap on it. So you can use, it's just over 24. I think it's like 24 and a half kilowatts across that time period. That's the second caveat. Now, the problem that I've got with it is if you give with one hand and then you poke someone in the back of the head with a stick on the other, is it really a really good, valuable program? And what I mean by that is to go on the program, you're nearly doubling your daily supply charge. So this is where they're making their money. So they're going to give you a few hours of extra free power per day when you're not there. Then they're going to increase your daily supply charge to $1.60 going up a day. And then when you need the power at night, they're going to be hitting you in the 40s, high 40 cents a kilowatt on most cases for your power when you actually use it. So that to me is sort of like, giving with one hand and taking with another. What do you think?
Yeah, that supply charge, it's a killer. Because you can't get around it. Like you're going to have that supply charge every day. Obviously, it's a charge every day. You can't get around it. You can't do anything to offset it. Like obviously with power, when you're buying power and that sort of stuff, you can be energy efficient and that sort of thing to try and work around it. You can't get around this one. It's there.
And one of the things I really dislike about it is it takes away people's independence. Isn't the whole goal of getting a hybrid solution having an energy independent system, right?
Yeah.
So
yep.
I think it's, and I think it's a little bit cheeky for me to say this, but it's sort of like a dealer.
It's never stopped you, right? Never stopped you.
And if anyone knows how like crack dealers work is, they give you your first taste free, right?
Conceptually, yeah.
Yeah. They give you a little test taste. And then all of a sudden, guess what? You're a whore. So, and then that means that you're relying on the dealer, right? You're stuck in this systematic over and over and over again, doing the same thing without any independence, and they're doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So I'm actually calling these energy retailers, you know, drug dealers.
Yeah, as I said, as we opened, it doesn't. I'm not sold on it. Like, there's so many different things. You know, the supply charge going up, your rate to buying power. That's
Goes
increase as well. So
everything across the board is an increase.
So everything increases for you to get 3 hours of free power when you're not home, when you're most likely at work. It doesn't make sense to me.
And I actually had someone say, well, I don't need solar panels anymore. I can just have a battery because I'm only using 20 kilowatts a day or on average. So I'll just charge it for free. Now, this is where I have another problem with the program. People are so short-sighted that they think this is going to last forever. That what they're going to do is they're going to get people onto the program. They're going to limit, they're going to restrict, and they're going to reduce over the coming period of time. And then guess what's going to happen is people are going to miss out on rebates to get additional solar panels, the right type batteries that they need. They're not going to be independent, and now they're going to be forever relying on the grid. It's a perfect way for people to actually put the blinkers and blinders on actually future protecting themselves for the future. Because when someone wakes up hungover, you know, and then they say they're never drinking again, you know, what happens in a week's time when they're out with their mates again? They forget it. We've got very short memories. And what they're doing, it's sort of like, what's the Roman Empire? What do they used to have? The Colosseum. And they used to, wasn't the whole saying of the Colosseum that the emperors put on all these games to give the people something to cheer for, to sort of put the blinkers over their eyes on their own miserable lives. You know what I mean? So it gives them entertainment. And that's sort of what this is turning into. It's basically in trying to hide behind the fact of that to make someone reliant on us, we need to, you know, get them stuck into the systematic process of using power, renting power, and not being energy independent. Because once you become energy independent, you're no longer reliant on, you know, energy retailer, the energy market. You out of the bills that you've got, your rates, your insurance, your water, well, your land rates, your water rates, your insurance, your interest rates have gone up, and your last one's your electricity bill. Out of every single one of those, there's one that can be reduced. Why wouldn't you take advantage of it while the rebates are at sky high periods? Batteries, solar. You've got the New South Wales interest free, $15,000. You've got the Perth $10,000 interest free. You know, with Queensland, you've got green energy saver loans, the home energy upgrade fund loans. You've literally never been in a better situation right now to get into solar and batteries to become energy independent for as affordable as possible. That's all not going to last. So the issue that I've got is delaying people from making that decision. They're just going, you know what, I can just get free power. And then when they turn around and go, you know what, actually, I might look at this energy solution because the thing that I just signed up for is no longer existing in the same way that it was, which we know is going to happen. And then they've missed the boat. Now they're paying more for their batteries. They're paying more, one, because the rebate's gone up, more because, you know, battery prices are going to go up. And they've missed out on this whole market that they could have got into. So that's the issue I have, is the fact that people are actually stopping to make decisions in their best interest, because it's like when the government, remember the government gave people like, was it $150 a bill back, or it was like $75 it started out, $150 back on their bill, and then it was a little bit more. At some stage, people were like, I don't have an electricity bill. Well, you do. The government just put a Band-Aid on your artery. You're still bleeding out. And this is exactly the problem that I've got with governments, is that politicians come in, governments come in, and they say little things that are going to give them a short-term benefit, and then all of a sudden the client's in this situation. So I don't want to get into politics too much, but that's what this is turning into. This is turning into a politics game of appeasing people short-term.
It's a Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid approach.
Band-Aid approach, yeah. And that's the issue that I have with it. In terms of just charging from the battery, charging your battery during the day though, like if you're at work, you're not using it, and your battery's already getting charged from your solar, do you really need free power when you've got solar on your roof and you're already getting free power?
No, well, that's the whole reason I put obviously my battery in was with solar panels, was so I wasn't dictated by the grid at all, dictated by prices, anything. So I know that my system will daytime use, charge my battery. I don't have to rely on anything.
Yeah. So who's the winner?
The retailer.
No, not the client. No. So the client might win a little bit, but then they get stabbed on the back on most of the other aspects of it.
It's a small win, but it doesn't I don't think it offsets the higher supply charge, the daily charge. You know, it's one little thing, but all these other little death by 1,000 cuts, I think, is a good way.
If you look at the advertising on it, they've all got advertised 3 hours free power.
It's a little
they haven't advertised. They haven't advertised. You will pay 50% more on your daily supply charge. You will pay 40% more for your electricity use across the board. So they're advertising the benefit and actually not obviously advertising sort of the negative side of things. So what should someone look out for? Like, I'm not saying don't look at it. I'm saying do your research, right? So what should they look out for?
Well, look, it might benefit some people. I don't. I think it's for the vast majority of people. It's if you're having your solar system done properly with the or with your offset energy and solar panels and battery sizing, you don't need to worry about something like this.
Yeah, I agree with you. But you should look at it, the daily supply charge, and compare it to your current daily supply charge. You'll find that it's higher. Look at your current electricity kilowatt rate, and then look at the solar offer one. It's going to be higher. So across the board, you're going to be paying more for everything that you've got. So that's what I say to people is when you do your research, look at the things that you're actually going to be paying for. And this is why they're going to make money. They're going to turn the energy market into a subscription business just to be connected to the grid in this avenue, unless you become energy independent. So what should they do?
Well, you do all you look into your research, but I think me personally is size your system accordingly with solar and battery.
Well, what system do you have? Are you relying on this program? What do you have?
No, I've got what have I got? About 20 kilowatts of solar and 40 kilowatt battery. So
you got like a big Donkey Kong system.
Yeah. Well, what happens when you install it? You can do.
Well, I wonder who installed that system.
It's a bloody good system, that one, let me tell you.
So Luke, obviously our QTP, if you guys didn't know, so of course he's going to do his own installation as well. But yeah, look, exactly. So if the person who's running our qualified technical person part of the business, our compliance, has enough solar and enough batteries to last him, 30 years into the future, and he's got more knowledge than every single one of us in terms of the technical aspects of it, we'd probably be not doing the clients a service if we didn't tell them, what should you do? You should probably call us or call someone with a similar caliber that helps you become energy independent. Unless you're happy to be, controlled by the grid. It's about control at the end of the day. So why do we save for retirement? So we don't have to work until we die. Right? Why do we obviously do the things that we want for the lifestyle that we want? Is so that we're not controlled to everything that we do. COVID, there was a lot of people that couldn't do what they wanted to do, and the government sort of forced them to do things. So why be forced into a process and renting power through the grid? My thoughts are pretty twofold. Is one, don't look at it short term, look at it long term, look at it between a 15 and 25 year time frame. Two, do you really think that they're going to be giving free power out for very long? Three, look at the terms. They're giving free power out, so they're giving with one hand and taking with the other.
What's the catch?
And what's the catch? You know what I mean? So that's what we're here. We just want to do a bit of a review about what this program was. I see more red flags and green flags, honestly, on this program. And I've never seen a better solution than being able to control your own power, knowing that you've got control over it. You can transparently log into your monitoring app, see it for yourself, that you're completely independent to the grid, have friends over, know that you're not that everyone's covered. It's hot, air conditioners cranking, and it's you that's producing your own power station. To me, that's the ideal situation and scenario. Look after yourself first.
Oh, 100%.
Do you want to add anything else?
No, I think you can hit the nail on the head there. Look after yourself. Grid independence is what you want. You don't want to be controlled by the grid and have to worry about certain programs to get you over the line. You want to make sure you're covered. Future proofing as well, like you said there. You got to look at everything, because I know I looked at that with obviously young kids that are going to grow up and suck the power out of the house. So that's sort of, you got to look at all like that, which we obviously help doing that, and future proof yourself, and grid independence where it's be.
Absolutely. So if anyone needs a quote, anyone wants to have a look at, I suppose, some comparisons, solarsurge.com.au, servicing Southeast Queensland, New South Wales, and also WA. And also, look, leave us a comment. Have you looked at this program? What did you see that your electricity usage or daily supply charge was going to go up to? What is it right now? But yeah, again, solarsurge.com.au. If we don't use us, that's completely okay. But just make sure that you're using a reputable person in the industry as well. Wish you nothing but the best, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.